Back at it again, and we've got to talk about the Colorado Supreme Court's decision today. I've got about 3 or 4 clips that I want to show you guys in this video because there's a couple different things that I want to talk about, and I've got to show the clips so you guys can, get a picture of what I mean. So stick around. There's a few different clips I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. Sit back, relax, grab a drink, a snack of your choice, and yeah, let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's take it to Vivek first, because that's what I want to get into. Let's dive in.
They have just tried to bar President Trump from the Colorado ballot using an unconstitutional maneuver that is a bastardization of the 14th Amendment to our U.S. Constitution. This was a provision, Section 3, that was designed to bar Confederate members, people who switched to the Confederacy, from actually being able to serve. That's very different than what's at issue here, to say the least. This is a hollowed out husk of what the country was built on. The basic principle that we, the people, select our leadership, not the unelected elite class in the back of palace halls. That's old world Europe, not the United States. That's why I'm making a pledge today that I will withdraw, I pledge to withdraw from the Colorado GOP primary ballot unless and until Trump's name is restored. And I demand that Ron DeSantis and Chris Christie and Nikki Haley do the same thing, or else these Republicans are simply complicit in this unconstitutional attack on the way we conduct our constitutional republic. I refuse to be complicit in that. I think what they're doing is wrong. And I think it's up to Republicans to step up and stand up with a spine for our country's future. That's really what's at stake, whether we, the people, actually have a say in deciding who leads this country. Yes, it would be easier for other Republicans like me who are running in this race to say, hey, if Trump is sidelined, there's our opportunity. No doubt other candidates are probably privately celebrating with their corporate sponsors. That's not the right thing to do. I think the most useful thing that every GOP candidate can do right now is to join me in that pledge. I'll say that I will withdraw from that Colorado GOP primary ballot until Trump's name is restored. This belongs to the people, not to the unelected Democratic cabal of judges in Colorado or any other state. And I demand that Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley and Chris Christie do the same thing, or else they're complicit in what this security state is trying to do to shut down Trump. I stand by that, and I expect them to do the right thing.
Now, I showed you guys that clip. Excuse me. I showed you guys that clip yesterday when it was breaking news that the Colorado Supreme Court had removed Trump from the ballot. Now, in that video, I said that I did not expect any of them to take their names off of the ballot outside of, and listen, let me tell y'all something. Vivek, more and more on a daily basis, I mean, this guy continues to impress me. I'm really starting to warm up to this guy. I'm really starting to really like this guy. Like, he was already my number one out of the group of 4, out of, him, DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Chris Christie. Vivek was already my number 1. Now, obviously, Trump is, he ain't getting removed, okay? It's Trump or nothing else, is it? Okay? But, amongst a group of 4 that are doing these pointless debates, or that were doing these pointless debates, it was Vivek. But I feel like he's really elevating himself to a tier of his own, right? Still below Trump, but he's in a tier of his own, in my humble opinion. Do you guys agree? Matter of fact, I may make a poll on Twitter on, the 4 of them, just to see who you guys would prefer out of the 4. Obviously, minus Trump. I know Trump's the guy. Trump's my guy. But out of that 4, who would you guys pick out of that 4? If you don't follow me on Twitter, link is down below in the description. But as I was saying, I did not expect any of them to do so, because they all seem like snakes to me. And Ron DeSantis confirmed it. Check it out.
And real quick, fellow GOP 2024 presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy saying he will remove himself from the Colorado ballot unless Trump's eligibility is restored. Would you do the same?
No, I think that's just playing into the left. I think the case will get overturned by the Supreme Court, but I've qualified for all the ballots. I'm competing in all the states, and I'm going to accumulate the delegates necessary. That's the whole name of the game in this situation. But I do anticipate that decision was political and will get reversed.
All right, Governor Ron DeSantis, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
Yeah. He said it's playing into the left if all of the Republicans say, no, we're not going to stand by you trying to take away the right of the voters to pick, right, the Democratic way. We're not going to stand by the voters. I'm going to win by basically cheating. Like, I know that they did some BS here, but, I'm going to collect these delegates anyway. I don't know about y'all, but that seems kind of sleazy to me. That seems kind of slime ballish to me. I don't know, man. That one doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right. And if you remember back in my old videos, I always said there's something about Ron DeSantis. I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it. I couldn't tell you exactly what. But there's something about this guy that just doesn't sit right with me. And time again, he has proven me right. And those videos are still up. Like, I'm not lying. You can go back to videos from about a year ago or so. A little over a year ago. And hear me saying those exact same words. Those videos are still up. Like, I'm not making this up. Like, I legit said that. There was always something about him that just didn't sit right with me. And then just time after time after time where I'm like, come on, DeSantis, come on. Show me something. Show me. And he just continues to, time after time after time again. I mean, it's honestly incredible how bad his campaign has gone. It's got to be like historic or something. He's got to have broken a record for how bad his campaign has gone. That's just sad. But I also want to play this clip from CNN because this guy, I think he calls it out correctly. 100% correct. The Don will return, whether they like it or not. Check it out.
And for more on the political impact, we're joined now by pollster and communication strategist Frank Luntz, who has been getting the pulse of Trump voters for years. So the obvious first question, Frank, what do you think the impact of this ruling will be on their support for him?
It's going to be exactly what the indictments did. It's going to be exactly what the criticisms have done. Donald Trump thrives on negativity. He thrives on legal systems that try to hold him accountable. And I'm convinced that his polling numbers are going to go.
That is not the answer that you wanted to hear. That is not the answer that these so-called protectors of democracy Democrats wanted to hear. But it's the truth. Trump will only get stronger. He will only rise further in the polls. I mean, it's been proven time and time again after every single indictment. He rose in the polls. He rose. And I fully expect it to happen again this time.
Thrives on legal systems that try to hold him accountable. And I'm convinced that his polling numbers are going to go up. Just today, the New York Times published 6 key swing states and had Donald Trump up beyond the margin of error in 5 out of the 6. Their polling earlier a month ago was significant. Trump is gaining. The more that he is prosecuted, the more that he is condemned, the higher his numbers go as people rally around him. And I would say to the judges, as I said to the Justice Department, you're actually making it more likely that Donald Trump is elected next November by how you are pursuing this.
Facts.
You don't explain the decisions. You don't put things in context. And so Trump climbs and climbs and climbs. And right now,
and I even said this last week, I think it was, because Bill Burr had said it. He said something along the lines of, you liberals are idiots. You just couldn't leave him alone. And some of you disagreed, and that's fine. Hey, listen, that's cool. I am not above being disagreed with. I'm not saying I know everything. But the fact remains, Trump was behind DeSantis in the polls. And then the indictments came. One after another after another after another. And the entire time, he did this. Now, could that have happened anyway? Yeah, sure. I'm not saying it wouldn't have. But what I am saying, though, is there was a point in time where he was just kind of flatlined. Like, Trump has a floor, right? There's a floor that he just won't drop below. Like, there's a group of individuals, including me, I am part of that group, that is Trump or nothing else. Okay? And he was flatlined there. And then the indictments came. Trump grows stronger the more you talk about him. It happened the last time. They talked about Trump 24/7 and they lost. And they just, it's just incredible how, like, you know how the saying goes, it's something like smart people learn from their mistakes, or good people learn from their mistakes, great people learn from others' mistakes, right? They can't even learn from their own mistakes, right? I mean, I'm happy about it. Continue to talk about them. Put them on the news 24/7. Matter of fact, I said this before. Indict him 1,000 more times. Like, just bury him under indictments. Throw another 1,000 indictments out. I want every single state to bring down 10 indictments on Trump. Every single state, 10 indictments. I need them now, tomorrow, right? I want breaking news. All 50 states have released 10 indictments, have announced 10 indictments on Donald Trump. I want it. Bro, he would literally be unstoppable. I mean, he's already pretty much unstoppable, but at that point, oh yeah. Anyway, let's jump back in.
Beating Joe Biden clearly nationwide.
Well, for the judges would say, look, we're just going by the law without fear of favor. And I mean, but does the context even matter to Trump supporters? Because there have been. I mean, tonight's ruling was really lengthy, explaining point by point why they believe he incited the insurrection, why the 14th Amendment applies to him. But to the average Trump supporter, does that context even matter? Is this more about, once again, Trump is the victim of the deep state kind of thinking?
Listen, lady. I don't know her name, but whatever her name is, let me tell you something. This isn't about Trump supporters. Trump supporters were with him, and we never left. Okay. When you started dropping these indictments, those weren't Trump supporters jumping on the boat. We were already on it. Those were Democrats, black people, other white people who weren't voting for Trump, never Trumpers. You know, all of these other different groups of individuals who said, you know what? I don't like what's going on here. Something smells fishy. I think I'm going to support this guy Trump over here. Those were the people that made his polls rise, not Trump supporters. So when you say supporters, you're talking about people that previously voted for the person that you're advocating for. Be careful what you say there. Because after this election, they might have jumped off the Trump boat back to the Democrat boat, but now you're talking trash about them. So they may go ahead and stay over here, which, hey, listen, they should do anyway. Okay. It's great over here. The water's fine over here. Over there, it's a bit turbulent. Okay. And they try to bring them turbulent waters to all of us. And we like, we trying to chill. Okay. But, yeah. That wasn't Trump voters, Trump supporters. You know, that wasn't MAGA that made those numbers rise. That was everybody else. That's your problem. Trump and MAGA never left. But now the rest of the country is joining us. Have fun.
It actually proves Trump's point. It proves that the people in charge, the people in power, are trying to take him down. But it's not, you're not trying to reach all the Trump voters. You're simply trying to reach 3 or 4% of them that will make a difference in this election. Now, make no mistake, there's very few undecided voters right now. There are very few people going back and forth between Trump and Biden. It's more about those people are trying to decide whether or not to vote. And I got to tell you, Nikki Haley was gaining and gaining and gaining every single day. which he's going to be lost in the coverage for the next few days, maybe for the next couple of weeks. As Trump turns this to his advantage, he is the best victim politician I have ever seen in my 35 years in doing this. And this is exactly what he would have wanted in the run-up to the Iowa caucus.
Very quickly, because it stuck out to me in looking at these polls, how many people who sat out in 2020 are now saying they're going to vote and they're going to vote for Trump. So you think this just sort of supercharges that, right? It's going to just bring more people out to vote for him.
She just said it right there herself. The people who sat out in 2020 have said, no, I'm not sitting out this time. And not only am I not sitting out, but I am voting for the Don. The Don. I'm voting for Uncle Trump. That's what I was just talking about. Exactly what I literally just explained. That wasn't MAGA that made his polls go up. That's everybody else. That's why you Democrats and you establishment folks, you're in trouble. MAGA's been here. But now everybody else has joined the MAGA train too. Good luck winning. You gonna need it.
Who maybe sat out before.
And the state that blew me away was Nevada, because that's a state with a significant percentage of Latino votes. Trump has been screaming about illegal immigration, and Nevada seems to be rewarding him for the language that he uses and for the intensity of his message. If Nevada's going this much for Trump, that ought to send you a big signal about what's happening in America today.
All right, Frank.
Because you guys think that, see, this is why Democrats are the true, what's the word I'm thinking of? Racist? Yeah. They think that simply because an individual has the same skin color as another individual, they think the same, right? They think simply because Trump is saying, close the border, which is what a lot of people in this country have been saying. Oh no, the Hispanic folks, they're not going to support Trump. Absolutely not. They're going to be deathly afraid. Like, no, they want the border closed too. Because a lot of them folks came legally. A lot of them came legally. And they like, yo, why did I have to go through this entire process? And y'all just letting them walk across? Nah, bro. And they coming to my community, taking up my tax dollars that I worked hard for and I gave to y'all to improve my community. And y'all just using it to... We got people homeless on the streets. Look at our downtown area. It's disgusting. And now y'all spending more money on... Let the people unite. Let the people unite, baby. And it is wonderful to see. And, you know, the Democrat tactics that they have been employing, I mean, it says a lot. It says everything you need to know. They are scared. They know that come November 24, they're going to lose. That's why you see all this stuff happening. Because otherwise, why would you do it? Why would you do it? You would allow Trump to make it to the election, wipe the floor with him, and say, hey, here's your leader. Have him back, you losers. You know, like, that's obvious. It's obvious. But they know they're not going to win. And like you just said, like you just heard there, even in a place like Nevada, he's only gone up with the same rhetoric that mainstream media tries to demonize him for, amongst the same people that they claim aren't going to vote for him. He's gone up in the polls. And one of the last polls that I checked out of New York too, Trump was down by like 11 points in New York. And I know some people are going to say, yeah, Rich, but he's losing. If I remember correctly, that's about a 20-point swing. 20-point swing in Democrat New York. So just imagine what's happening everywhere else. Come on now. In the places that were close, neck and neck, oh, easy. If he could swing New York by 20 points, liberal New York, just imagine what he's doing everywhere else. Game's over. Time is ticking. It's only a matter of time, baby. And let the celebration begin. Okay? Anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. and hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.